Hi everyone, it's Shannon. Welcome back to my channel. I do want to thank the Eureka Groove Robotic Vacuum for sponsoring this video. It's been one of those additions to the shed that has actually come in really handy. And now, of course, with hardwood floors and a rug, I needed a way to keep everything clean. So when Eureka reached out to have me try their new Groove Robotic Vacuum, I was all for it. Our family has so much enjoyed this vacuum. We've never had one before. And it's actually a super cool unit. You can see here I have it docked next to the front door. And there are several different ways you can work it. It comes with a remote. There is also an app you can install on your phone, so I can run this vacuum from inside the house if I want to run it before I go outside or when I come back inside from the she shed. Very cool. Alexa, tell Eureka Robot to start.
Your robot has started cleaning.
Alexa, tell Eureka Robot to go home.
Your robot starts charging.
And as you can see, you can also hook this little guy up to your Alexa, which comes in super handy too. The Eureka Groove also has anti-scratching brush roll, which is made for better protection of your hardwood floors. Another great thing is that it has groove gear built into it, so it easily transitions over 20mm height in floor differences. So you can see how easy it transitions from my hardwood floors onto my rug. This guy may look small, but he can get into all of these little tight spaces, and he also has mega power. So normally your competitors will have 1300 PA, which is how much suction your vacuum has, whereas this little guy actually has super power with 2000 PA. You can see he also has a little spinny brush off to the side where he can get materials that are along the wall or underneath places like underneath my china cabinet over here, and it kind of sweeps the dirt and debris in front so that the vacuum can suction it up. I also really love that it has a transparent lid on the brush roll, so you can see through it and you know whenever it's full, and you just pop it right out, dump out your dirt and debris into the trash can, and it pops right back down into place. Not only has this been a fun addition to the she shed, we've actually really enjoyed watching this guy do his thing. It's been so convenient because this is just one less thing I really have to worry about or think about. He does the cleaning for me. He even docks himself, so I don't even have to worry about recharging him. I will have a link down in the description box on more information on the Eureka Groove Robot Vacuum Cleaner, so make sure to check that out once you're done watching this video. I just sat down to film this video for you guys and didn't realize how emotional I was going to get doing this. Of course, I am so excited to finally share some of these details with you, but I don't know, it just kind of all hit me. It has been a long process. One we have learned so much through, and not only that, but one we have enjoyed doing together now as husband and wife. And also just the whole experience in and of itself, and I'm so just very grateful for that. And it's not in a selfish way, because obviously I've been bringing you guys along to share with you, and I hope you've learned some things, gotten a lot of inspiration, but it is just kind of the culmination of a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and ideas and troubleshooting and learning new things. It's just been a lot rolled into one, and I am so incredibly grateful to finally be at a place now where I can actually use it. And I actually said, I'm just glad it is. And I think that's a good word, even though it's a unique word. I'm just glad the she shed is now. Because if you've been following this whole journey from start to finish, we are literally at almost 2 years of building now. I will put the playlist down below if you want to go back. We share with you everything from the very beginning, and you can see this really kind of evolve into what it is now. One of the huge things I think I'm emotional about is just seeing things that I drew and came up with these concepts with 2 years ago finally actually happening, like this cabinet that you see behind me. You know, whenever you have a big empty space and you're trying to make it functional, you have all of these ideas, and I played around with sketching and drafting and came up with the concept of having my office in the back of the shed. And I do have a tour of my office craft room, and I will put that up in the iCards and down in the description box. Make sure you check out the description box. I'm going to reference a lot of videos, so a lot of the details you'll see today, I either have videos on already, so maybe you're confused about something, check the description box because likely there's a video on it already. But there is a tour of the craft room in the office that's completely finished, but in front of it, you can see this cabinet back here, and that was one of those ideas that I had from the very, very beginning. So to see it now, 1.5 years, almost 2 years later, actually come to be is just so cool. In addition to that, I'm also going to show you some other things around the she shed, and it's still not completely finished yet even. We actually have a whole nother wall, and so I'm hoping this is the very last she shed update where you'll see this big crazy mess of this wall, because that will be hopefully the very last she shed update and a big giant project in here. First, I want to show you the wall, or the big giant window, our reclaimed 6 foot by 6 foot window, and the curtains that we've added to that wall, and then I'll walk you around this space. I always think it's fun to look at the before and then the after to see what a big change. So this is the wall with the window in our front door, and here's a look at the window as we were refinishing it. And now this wall is pretty much complete. We have added a double curtain rod along with some sheer curtains and some drop cloth curtains. I found the curtain rod on Amazon, and I will link that down in the description box. And I also have tutorials on how to bleach drop cloth and also how to create your own drop cloth curtains, so make sure to check down below for those. Here's another before look of the wall where the china cabinet sits. I did a faux German schmear technique on this wall, and I'll link that video down below if you're interested in that. And here's what it looks like completely finished with my beautiful china cabinet. This was another furniture flip, and I will link that video down below too. And you can find the paint color and the tools that I used and the before and after of that in that video. And it's just so fun to see now all of the accessories and antiques and thrift store finds that I've been collecting over time to finally find a home in this beautiful china cabinet. One of the main purposes of this china cabinet was to also kind of serve as a coffee bar. We both really enjoy coffee, and I wanted a Keurig out here, so I have that sitting on this bottom shelf alongside some of my Ray Dunn collection, which I love so much. Next to the china cabinet on the floor is this enamel bucket that I found on high clearance at Hobby Lobby. I added a decal to the front and a handle to the top, and it actually covers and hides a trash can in there, which comes in really handy in this space. On the other side, I have part of my crock collection, and what I would love to do is reinforce the top of my china cabinet and eventually add my collection to the top. Now moving down to the floor, I had originally purchased an 8x10 size rug for this space, however it was just much too big. So this one is a 5x7 rug, and I had my eye on a couple, but they were continually out of stock. So this was an alternative that I found on Amazon, and when it showed up, I was so impressed with it. It's a gorgeous rug. It was very affordable too, so I will link it down in the description box if you're interested in checking it out. Absolutely love it. It defines this space so beautifully. After I had my rug picked out and was so happy with it, I knew I needed a table, and I wanted one that was specifically 3 feet wide by 5 feet long. And I was so excited to find this one at IKEA. I did do some work on it and turned it into more of a farmhouse style, so I will link that video down in the description box too, and you can see how we updated this. It actually has a leaf, which I love, so I can make it longer if I want, but for the most part, it is just exactly how I wanted it. On the table, I have some thrifted candlesticks along with a table runner from Hobby Lobby, a centerpiece that I have a tutorial on, and my plate settings are from Hobby Lobby and a white plate from Dollar Tree. I actually got the place mats and the chargers on clearance for 66% off in their spring decor. So super inexpensive. Just because they look nice doesn't mean they have to cost a lot. The chairs that are sitting at the table are ladder back chairs. They're antiques, or well, just at least very old chairs that I got from the thrift store. They were horrendous. They needed a lot of work. I have another video on this of how they looked before, and then I reupholstered them and painted them and distressed them, and they look gorgeous up against this table. Right behind the table is something a lot of you have not seen yet. It is a faux fireplace. I didn't want something traditional behind this on the wall. I really wanted something different. So this is a tutorial I will link down below too. It's one that I shared over on my brand new Christmas channel called the Cozy Christmas Cottage. And if you haven't subscribed over there, I hope you will. There's going to be lots of great tutorials on that channel as well, all Christmas related. So above that on the wall, I just have a boxwood wreath. The sconces are another tutorial I will link below. They are bookends that I actually turned into farmhouse style sconces. The vases are from Hobby Lobby. And on the mantle are just some plain white candles on some reclaimed wood. And next to all of this is my antique looking chair that is from Kirkland's that I've had for quite a while now. I have a little pillow from Kirkland's in it. This piece of art is in a tutorial I'll link below, and a crate, which I will link that tutorial below. It is a crate from our wedding that I flipped and turned into an ottoman. This bench is actually one we built and had at our wedding, and I still have a project planned for this. I want to cut it down and paint it white so it will fit into this table nicely and complete this set. And then also build a new box to go in front of the window, one that has kind of a lid and has more storage in it. And then of course this huge project on the other side. So this is an upcoming big project I cannot wait to get started with. We have a piece of marble that needs to be cut down and polished, so that will be a fun experience. We also have bookshelves we need to build into the sides of the fireplace. We even have a shelf, and this is the TV. It's already up there, ready and waiting for us to just frame it out and get this fireplace finished. We also have a loft in the she shed. I hadn't mentioned that, so I want to let you know that there is a tour on this. I'll link down below. This is my kids' fun hangout spot, and I'm finally seeing all of these pieces come together and get finished. Of course, we still have more to go, so please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. I'll have even more videos popping up on your screen you can check out for more details. And thank you all so much for joining us on this journey. We will see you in the next one. Bye everyone.